Hello to everyone. We're going to explain about technology transfer models and elements in the university and the industry collaboration. So first of all, we have an introduction. So let me introduce you in this topic. So in the introduction, we have we already have international and national laws that promote what they promote different links between science and industry. What that means, national laws, that for example, that you can take advantage with the government to get a tax benefit, and also it's going to give you some different kind of another benefits as a public fund. So they took that money to provide and to give to the universities and to the industries. So that means if you're an industry, you can take advantage of that if you're collaborating with a university and also develop different procedures. And also that procedures means technology transfers. So we have an example over here as a personal example. We're working through the Department of Education of the United States. That means that we provide different benefits to the people who have student loans. So if they already have a loan over 10,000, we give them different promotions that they can reduce the loan, and also they don't have to pay any other taxes. So it's just the government have different helps for the customers or for the people. So that's the national laws. So we started with the conceptual background technology transfer as a model. So we have an interaction that we mean that we have external interactions that they are affecting us and that we can't or we can do not start the technology transfer. Meaning the technology transfer as the concept that we already have of a big and a developed country to that one who is not already good developing in that case. So in the conceptual background, we have different models that involve different things. Four principal steps. The first one is the elements. The second one is the processes, behavior, and social factors. So we already have that four main concepts that help us in the background of a technological transfer. That means which elements, which people compose my company, or which people I'm going to give some ideas, some information, some knowledge. So also we have to take in advantage the process that we are carrying out, and the behavior of the people, the elements that compose my company or the university, or even one who's going to receive all the knowledge. And also social factors, that means different countries, you already know you have different factors like violence or no violences. So we have to also check it out how the government works. Then one, we have the research, design, and the literature review. That means that we already have to identify the current status of what of a subject in knowledge. So, what is the topic of the knowledge? What is the subject? What is the objective of that knowledge? So, we want to know also all the current knowledge, all the knowledge that we already had and we are providing as a technological transfer. That's what we already want to know. And then also we have different important factors as technology transfers. Yeah, as we already said, different factors as elements, processes, behaviors, and different things. So in this case of the model, we have a logical structure. That means that we already have a key elements, already key elements that mean that acquired technology, that contents of the package, and technology to be transferred, like all the implements or technological implements that we already had. No, it's like all what my knowledge that I'm giving and providing to the other customers. So that's what it means. So also in the identify of the research, we already have important factors of the technology transfers that when or you have what it occurs. So it's between the university and the industry. What important factors? All the knowledge between the university and the industry. Also, we have that the research is divided as a planning level here. That means who's the responsible? right? Of defining different limitations of that knowledge, of that literature that we are sharing off. So that means the criteria of the article included. So it have to be included in the article, it have to be included of the criteria of the article. What is the meaning? Why I'm providing that? What is the reason of that? And also of the plan review of the research, we have different steps that we have to be following up. We have database selection, keywords identification, we have an application of the exclusion, revision abstract, and full revision. So that means all the paper I have to provide different steps. It's like kind of document that you're presenting to the university as an all my work as this one. So that's the best example. We have a different database, right? As a university page, as an example. We have a keywords identification, as for example, right now, innovation or technology transfer. Application of the exclusion. So I have to say, okay, this is an important topic, so I'm going to take it out, or I'm going to take advantage of it. The revision of the abstract is I already, okay, made my work, I already made all the important things, all the knowledge, so I have to make them the review of that. And the full revisions, that mean, okay, start reading again, start reading of the article, and check if it's correct or isn't correct. So the research, this design of the literature review is divided in different parts, in two parts. The first part is the planning review, and the second part is the conducting review. The conducting review is only based on the full revision of the article, of the document. So that's the part of research. We proceed to the discussion. What means discussion? We already have a knowledge that contributes, right, to complement or to give or to push any topic. What does it mean? We have different capacity of absorption of the people who are receiving that knowledge. So, first of all, it helps to understand the first one, capacity of the industry, and also the technology delivery in the university. So what does it mean? Technology delivered by university is that all the knowledge or even the technology that keeps the university to receive that capacity, what's capacity of the absorption of what? Of the knowledge that they already have been contributed. Also, in the discussion, we have that can be investigated. Why? Because they already have a future research. That means in the future it could be research. So also, what it could be research? The level of the technology that is being shared. And as a conclusion of the technology transfer models, we have different part. The first part is that description of the model is a fundamental factor of the technology transfer. Also, that the literature review have an implication into practice. It's not only just a reading, it's a practice. Who is going to practice? Also the industry and the universities, right? So we have a practice of a local law, as we already know. So they are going to be practicing it. So that's the implication to practice that the literature review take advantage and it's being taken up. And also as a conclusion, we have that the paper as a document defines different elements as main factors. What main factors I mean in technology and transfer process. So that means that America Latina, a few years ago, is showing an interest that is been growing up. So that interest is based in the technological transfer of what? What that means is been growing up the collaboration between the universities and to the industry. That's what we already have over here. That's the conclusion. And also, it's really proud of being American Latina that is being growing up all the documents and the reviews about the collaboration of the universities and the industry for a technological transfer. You already know that all the knowledge is being given, is being provided by the university, but also the practice that we really need the knowledge of a practice in them to give us all the factors to be taken off advantage and to also being part of, and also that we can already have an article of that. Also, we're going to check it out a bit by bibliography. So we already have here also the documents that were shared out by the teacher as a technology transfer models and elements in, and also was made by Arenas and Gonzalez. So thank you for your attention, sir.